Good morning, everyone. How are you doing this morning? Welcome back. Um, I keep saying that, and I don't ever know if I have more returning um, people or if I have new ones. So, regardless of whether you've been here before or you're just now tuning in to me, I hope y'all enjoy your time with me. I do a lot of different crafts and homesteading. So, mostly here, I do fiber arts, crafting type things. I originally was doing I was wanting to take this channel to something different, but y'all seem to have responded the most with the yarn. And that's totally fine with me because let's face it, I do love my yarn. And I love all things that I make with yarn, whether it be knitting or crochet. I don't really have a preference. Lately, it's been very crochet heavy. Um, and that's partly my fault for getting sick, which I don't know if you can tell, but I am sounding a lot better. I do still kind of feel like I'm talking in a tunnel. Um, I'm not 100% sure what that is. My ears aren't clogged, and if I know that probably looked very weird, but you know how when you're traveling up in the mountains, or if you've ever flown, you know, and the cabin pressure when the cabin starts pressurizing and you have to pop your ears. Well, I thought that might be it, but it wasn't. So anyway, oops, hold on, I dropped my cap. But anyway, so I am starting to feel a little better, thankfully, because we are almost at 2 weeks of this hot mess, and I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of being sick. Now, I I don't want to say I've had a boring few days, but I kind of have in the world of having a lot of pretties to show you. I told you I'm not really hyper fixated, but I'm still loving making the market bags. Um, Now, I do think that I probably will lean more toward the Stephanie Zed market bag. And I made another one. Isn't it pretty though? Now, this one, ooh, sorry. This one is made with one of my favorite colorways in the cone yarn, and that's the Ahoy. I love I don't know if it's a Caribbean feel the vibe that I'm getting with this color. This is now on my spring fling bag. This is one of the panels that I had made in my first spring fling bag. And again, and I will post the link to Stephanie Zed's free YouTube tutorial on this market bag. This thing holds 12 of the 4-ounce Lily Sugar and Cream cotton balls. That's with it not coming out or coming above the edge and all this. So this little thing packs a wallop as far as what it can hold. And it's very quick for me to work up. Um, just a few hours. I mean, it's not that one that I showed you, the by hand London, that is probably twice this size. That took me a couple days. And I want to say if I had worked on it pretty continuously, it probably would have taken 8, 9 hours maybe. Now, let me put a disclaimer on this. When when I work on this stuff, it is not a race for me. Yes, I do want to start selling these items, but that's a side effect of making them. And what I mean by that is making these, it serves a few purposes for me. It lets me have something to do with my hands. It keeps my brain and my hands partially engaged all day. And what I mean partially as far as my brain is because I can be watching TV, I can be visiting, I can be doing a lot of different things while I'm crocheting or knitting. And my brain still has something to to do other than the things that I'm like watching or visiting or talking or um and sorry about that. I am getting better. I'm not fully better, so this cough is kind of stuck with me a little bit, which is really irritating because when I quit smoking 8 years ago, I thought I was done with coughing. And for the most part, I am, thankfully. I don't miss that. But anyway, sorry. So for me, speed is not imperative. And when I tell you about how long something takes me, that is a leisurely pace. I have seen people crocheting super fast. Um, and I will say this. Now, I've been crocheting 20, 26 years. I want to say it's roughly about 26 years at this point. Um, it was not long after my sons were born. I think I learned right before they were born because I was on bed rest. And I didn't really get into it heavy until, I needed something to help me with my sanity, with trying to deal with twins by myself. That's not to say. Now, my husband was great. My husband helped whenever he could, but he was working night shift when the boys were born. And then he got a job. They were about 8 months old, and he got a job at Michelin at the tire manufacturer. And he worked swing shifts then. So a lot of it fell on me, and I'm okay with that. But there were times to where I needed something to help my sanity, and they started to sleep about the same schedule, around 6 to 7 months old, and I started getting a little bit of a break then. So I think that's about when I started crocheting. But anyway, I used to crochet really fast, right? But back then it was like I need to I need to crochet as much as I can in a short amount of time because I don't know when the boys are going to demand my attention or my. So now it's more like I'm in my resting stage. I'm not resting, but I don't know how else to put it. I'm not in a super big hurry. I'm in the enjoyment phase of it. So this bag now takes me sorry, probably takes me about twice as long as it would have in my 20s. And like I said, I'm okay with that. I don't mind. Now, I had shown y'all some bandanas I had made. The granny stitch one was my own device, I kind of pretty much just made that one up from different things that I'd saw. And then the simple double crochet bandana that I got from a YouTuber called PassioKnit, Kelsie. I can link her thing down below too. And that one, well, I only did one of those in the last couple days. But remember, I told you I had that flamingo splash, that beautiful hot pink one, and I said I had a coral one. Well, here's the coral one, and I really like this color too. Um, I think this would be beautiful with someone with an olive complexion. I don't have that. I think, and it's so funny because I've never done a 23andMe, but I have done my ancestry through. I think I was in my early 20s. It was before my boys were born. I was pregnant with them, so maybe mid. Let's see, I had my boys when I was 25, so yeah, it was right before they were born in the time that I was pregnant with them because I wanted to learn I knew my family history, but I wanted to learn more about it. Um, on my mother's side, from my grandmother, I had a lot of German, Irish. Um, those were the biggest chunks in from that side of the family, and then so as my father's too. That set of grandparents was mainly German and Irish. And then with my mother's father, of course, I got the Cherokee. Uh, Now with his father, with my Cherokee grandfather, there was there's some avenues I couldn't find because he was adopted young. So I think my great grandfather, he was white. My grandpa's father was white, and his mother was Cherokee. Um, but I'm thinking he was. I think he was more Irish. I think that's what that one was. So you see, I definitely got a lot of Irish and German in me, but I also had, and I think one of my great great grandmothers was Scandinavian, or she was mostly Scandinavian. Um, Not 100% sure on that one. But anyway, it was a very fun time in my life to kind of delve into what made me me before 23 and me. came out. But anyway, I don't have enough olive, Middle Eastern, European enough to give me the olive tone. So anyway, sorry about that. I will put Kelsey's tutorial in the description. But from hers, I learned a few new tricks, and I told y'all the last time. So if you want to, it's in my last video. So I did the coral, sorry. I did the coral splash in that one, right? So I really enjoyed that. Now, I did tell y'all that I'm not a huge person, I'm not a huge fan of the granny stitch. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just everybody has preferences, right? And I had done this one in just beige, right? Well, I think it was holly. I think it was holly. You told me that you loved the granny stitch and you thought it would look good and variegated. So I was like, okay, all right. Now I have the Ahoy, right? But I don't know if this would look good in a bandana. So I didn't jump into that yet. And I might try it. I just don't know how well that will translate into a headpiece. And then I have the purple haze ombre, and I had the faded denim ombre. Now the faded denim, excuse me, the faded denim I think would be really cute, but I'm kind of hoarding it a little bit because I'm not able to find it anywhere but Amazon. Now I did put it on my wish list, um, and when I now okay, let me tell you something about an Amazon wish list. Lord have mercy, or Amazon. Period. It's a rabbit hole. Now, today is the last day of Prime. Today's Wednesday, the 17th, July 17th. So it is, yesterday and today was Prime Day. And I saw so many different colors of cone yarn that my local Joann's doesn't offer. It doesn't even offer on Joann's website. So I went to clicking like crazy because, oh gosh, there's so many colors I want to try. I mean, there's market bags, there's bandanas, there's uh, all kinds of things. So I kind of got stuck in that rabbit hole. But anyway, I did finally get off Amazon this morning, and because I needed to come on here and show y'all what I've made and do all that fun stuff. Do that fun stuff. So anyway, I made now y'all tell me what you think. This is the Americana, or I think it's okay. So big twist. It's called Multi America. All right. And see, I have all these little flats. So I have like 6 or 7 of them because y'all, I've been busy. I'm not making huge stuff, but I am. My hands are steadily going. Um, I like it. I think it's very cute. Um, Out of the two variegated or the multicolored, I think this is my favorite. Um, I I love red, white, and blue um, aesthetic. So I really enjoyed this one. And I will say that by making these extra granny stitch ones, it has warmed me to that style of bandana a little more. Now, I will show you. This one's got a pretty little drape to it. These are still made with my 5mm hooks, and they're big twist yarn. So I do like the drape it has. It's a really nice drape, and I can deal with that. And like the other one, I know it's probably lost in the patterning of the color, but it has the Picot edging. Now, I did this one. Um, and if you do want to know how I did these, just let me know and I can make up a tutorial for you, because it's combining different elements of patterns that I've seen and adding them all together. Now this one, this is the one I wanted y'all's opinion on, because this is one of, I love this colorway. This is one of my top go-to colorways for hand towels and hot pads and stuff like that. This one is called Multi Rainbow, and I like it, but I'm not sure I like it in the bandana with the granny stitch. Now I think I have maybe one more ball of this, which Joann's, I seen in one of my groups that Joann's has these on sale, like $1.14, and I might have to make an order. And I said I wasn't going to, but to be fair, I have used most of the ball of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on, I'll just count my bandanas here in a minute. I have used a good bit of my cotton yarn that I had littered on my table after I did that organization. So yeah, I could restock. And I might. I don't know. I'll show y'all if I do though. But anyway, what this is, the old colorway is multi rainbow, I believe. Yes, multi rainbow. And I think I have one more of this colorway. If I do, I will I have some in my Joann's basket for the $1.14 a ball. So I might end up getting me some more if I don't have any. Um, because I want to try this in the simple double crochet pattern, because I think that would really show the colorway off. This, I'm scared it's too busy and it got lost in the granny stitch. But you tell me, what do you think? Now, my husband and I have been wanting to watch John Wick 4 forever. And every time it comes on one of the movie channels, either A, it's already started and it's 30 minutes to an hour in, and we're not going to do that. Or it comes on at like 10:30 and it's a 3-hour movie. Well, 10:30 is about when I run out of gas and I'm ready to collapse and go to sleep. So it came on at like 1 o'clock yesterday in the afternoon. And I grabbed a couple balls of yarn and said, hmm. So this is one that I was working on during the movie. Now this, y'all know me, I'm aqua, teal, those are my blues, right? Now this one is called Ocean Splash. And I think that is a very perfect name for this colorway. This makes me wish I could wear one because I love this color so much. But that's not to say that I can't make something in this that I can. No, there's nothing really I can make that I can wear. I can make a bag. My spring fling bag, the one that I'm making that I haven't really finished yet, because I was sick. It had the mod blue in it, which I can't reach my mod blue right now. It's over there on the rack. Um, it has that color. And if I were to get the mod blue and put it right up beside it, it probably would match it. So in that case, then that's going to be on my new spring fling bag. So that works. But I love this colorway. So this is a not multicolored. But see, this to me, the splash designation is because it's not a multicolor and it's not a variegated. It's almost like a denim-y color. You know, it has the little splashes of color. But this one definitely makes me love the granny stitch. This one in that Multi America. So now what I was saying about how many skeins of yarn I've used, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to count these puppies. Just the bandanas that I've used. Now that's not talking about the handbag, the market bags I've used. I've made to use up yarn. Okay. So as far as my double crochet simple bandanas, I've done 1, 2. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Whoop. 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. 7, and then I have the granny stitch ones. That was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 balls right there. So I've done good. I think I can do a little bit of a restock. And that's horrible thinking because I was trying to tone it down. But at $1.14, I think I did this last year, maybe. I think they did this again back then. I don't know. I'll have to pay attention to next year. But I do believe I'm going to do that. And like I said, if I do, I'll let y'all know. Now, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. For me, the elephant in the room for me. I have not touched knitting since I've been sick. And the funny thing is I was dreaming about this last night. I was dreaming that I had finished up that cardigan. Because I want to get it done. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I might focus on it now until I get those sleeves done. Because I don't like one project holding me up. But and that's my own fault because I don't like to have multiple things in one style going. Like I like to have one knitting and one crochet. Well, crochet I've been knocking out of the park. But that knitting, it's holding me up because I can't move on to anything else until I get that cardigan done. And it's so funny because I had made my grandson, the very first raglan cardigan I'd done was for my grandson 3 years ago. But it was this big. I mean, and it was with worsted weight yarn. So it didn't take any time. Now, my cardigan, and I say mine because I had done it with me in mind, but that doesn't mean that that okay. I I have reached my goal weight. So I'm happy. And hold on, make sure that's not either one of my sons. All right, sorry about that. That was one of my sons asking about my grandson because they were planning on going out of town this weekend. And that's kind of why I have avoided everybody right now so that I could get better because I know I'm going to have my grandson for the whole weekend. I've been missing a little boy. God, dog, I have been missing that baby. I'm not saying I don't miss my other family. No, I do. But my grandbaby. Anyway, so, what was I talking about? Oh, that cardigan. So I do want to get it done. Um, I have reached my goal weight, but I'm also very scared that it's not going to fit me because the measurements I took were with that goal weight in mind. And I know I probably should have never did that. But if it doesn't fit, if it is a little too small, I can donate it. Because we have a thing called ACTS. It's ACTS. It's Area Churches Working Together or something. No, it's Area Churches Together Serving. That's what it is. And I have been donating to them. I make scarves, I make hats, I make all kind of things to give to them to distribute to their seniors. Um, because every year they have toward Christmas they get care packages for their seniors that they have in the community, and some of them are homebound, some of them aren't, but they need a little extra assistance with food, with warm clothing, that kind of thing. So if it doesn't fit me, then I hope it'll fit some beautiful lady that will be able to use it. So I really need to go ahead and get that done so I'll know if I'm keeping it or if I'm donating it to them. Um, and that will open me up to do other knitting projects. Um, I had wanted to do another knitted T-shirt for myself, um, but then I got started on that cardigan. Why I did that in the summer, I don't know. Uh, I don't think it would have taken me long with the knitted T-shirt, even though I would be using, very thin weight yarn. Um, because on a project like that, I would probably knit a little faster because would want to be able to wear it this season. It is only mid-July, so I do foresee another 2, maybe 3 months worth of warm weather. So if I hurry up with this cardigan, I might get me might get me one at least to the wear to in the tail end of the season because we are working at almost 100 degrees down here in South Carolina. Um, sorry. Um, so we do not have a lack of heat in which that I could wear these sweaters. I mean, these sweaters, these t-shirts. So I'm looking forward to finishing that cardigan. And I think I'm going to go ahead and my husband has a doctor's appointment, a primary care appointment today that I'll probably just drive him to. I don't think that with this that I need to be going in. He's not sick. I don't know how, but he's not sick. So, I think I might get started. I mean, I might go ahead and focus on that today. I think I can knock one sleeve out today because I've got it. I think I've got it about down to my elbow, so it wouldn't take long to just finish the forearm and do the ribbing and whatnot. Um, and get that done. So I have talked so long today. Partly it's because I'm feeling better, and I was excited to show y'all the few little things that I made. But I think now I need to get off here. uh, I do have to get this edited so that it'll be ready to put up in the morning. And I'm sorry I don't have any yarn hauls. I was trying to be really, really good about that. But now with this sale we got going on, I might be too sick to go over to Joann's. But I could either order it and have it shipped to me, or B, I could have it as a pickup and talk one of my sons into picking it up for me. Depends on the son that I have the grandbaby with from, because he works in Columbia and then he works in Augusta. That's the pipe fitter that I was telling y'all about. So depends on where he's working. But the other one probably could for me. My boys love me. They will enable my yarn purchases whenever, But anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful afternoon. I hope you are able to do some things that you're enjoying. And if you have to do the unpleasant things and work and do the things you must, I hope you get some enjoyment out of it. I don't miss that rat race. I really don't. I miss the people that I interacted with, and I miss a lot of my coworkers. Um, but y'all's interactions help with that. It really does. So when y'all comment and you interact with me, it gives me that interaction that I do miss. So thank you for that. And one of you commented that y'all were working on a star blanket, and I'll go in a minute, but it got me to thinking of the different kind. Now I've done a butt ton of blankets. Y'all know me. I've shown y'all a lot of them, and it made me think. I've never done a star blanket. I've never done a round blanket. So those are things that I might look into because I've done the ripple blanket, and that's basically what a star is, just in that rounder format instead of straight, back and forth. It's in a continuous format. So I might try it, just to see, if I would like it, because I do love the ripple stitch. I love the zigzag, the chevron, so many different names for that particular pattern, but I might give that a shot. So, on that note, enjoy your day. I will see y'all later. Bye.